For me, independence in marketing is having the freedom to choose, having the freedom to do what a marketer wants to do. It's also about thinking out of the box. I think what we try and always do as marketers is to reinvent something which has been done before. So, according to me, independence would be more to really move out of the box, try something which is unconventional, which has not been done before. But also, having said that, it would not just mean having a very, very radical thought. It would also mean having a purpose. So, we at Airtel Payments Bank are a very purpose driven organization. Purpose of solving a customer's problem. We, at the heart of any communication or marketing campaign, have the purpose of solving the customer's issue. And we really, really pride ourselves in providing inclusive and accessible banking to the underbanked. And that's why the bank came into existence. So for me, it is more about empowerment. It's more about the freedom to think and choose the channels that we want to choose. How do we want to communicate? Instead of just being a product-led marketing, it has to be it has to be more around a consumer-led marketing. So I think that's how I see independence in marketing. Having said that, it also doesn't mean that there is no interdependence. Of course, there is the product which needs to be sold. There is the existence why the company has come into being. There is interdependence, but I think marketers should have the freedom to choose, the freedom to decide what works, what doesn't. And like I said, the theme of everything has to be that the customer is to be the heart of any campaign or any product or service that we are sending out to them. How does one really develop a team which is independent in thinking? I think I work with the 3 E's principle. The first is empower. We need to really empower our teams to think out of the box. Like I said, whenever there's a new project, there is a new thing which needs to be done. We always look at the past data, past analysis, what was done before. Maybe we can better that. How do we just make that stretch a little harder? So we're always trying to confine ourselves into something which has been done before. And I think my 2 cents to my team always is that you please think out of the box. Think how you think this would be working best, and just don't think about what has been done in the past for the brand. Think what will work best. So I think empowering the team is very important. The other E that I think is exploring, which is new ways to reach out to the customer, new ways to do storytelling, new ways of really making life moments of how as a brand we can solve things for them. How is it that we can become a brand which is an everyday brand, not just for one occasion or just to solve one problem, but how is it that we become a slice of life, an essence or an essential commodity or a service to the customer? So empowering, exploring, and experimenting. Experimenting again is very important, I feel, as a marketer, because if you don't experiment, you will never know what works and what doesn't. Experimenting also would be that you can fail faster and recover and know that, okay, this is something which doesn't work. But I think if you allow your team to, just empower them, let them explore and experiment, with also giving them a lot of confidence that you have the ability and you have, you are completely empowered, you can fail. That's okay, but we will learn from our failures and come back with a more robust plan, but we will always carry our learning. So I think that is something which is really essential, and that really helps the teams to think out of the box and make interesting, think independently for the marketing campaigns. In terms of thinking about how marketing is an independent or an interdependent function, I feel as a marketer, it is always about interdependence. It is very, very essential to understand what is it that the company wants to do. What is it that the product team is envisaging in terms of future? How is it that we can really collaborate together and make successful, customer communication, make the customer believe in the brand? I think I feel very strongly that creating believability and not just a one-time, one-off campaign. We typically see a lot of companies, we do a big song and dance, a big launch campaign, and we just forget about the customer. I think that's not, the need of the hour is to have an always on, always be present, have a omni-channel strategy wherever the customer goes, across social media, across all platforms, online, offline, sees you. So I think for that, it is very important to have interdependence, to have collaboration, to have a lot of inciting research. I think salespeople are our eyes and ears on the field. They give us real-time feedback that this product works, this doesn't, these are the improvements, this is what the customer is trying to solve. and how is it that I can really solve for that problem, because that's what the customer is looking at. I think we need to ask ourselves, not what I can sell to him, but what is it that I can solve. So I think that's where it is not just about independence. Independence is, of course, in terms of thinking about out of the box ideas, wearing, using various channels of communication, reaching out, doing the whole, 360 there, but also having a lot of interdependence within the organization to understand what is it that we want to achieve, what is our mission, what is it that we want to communicate to the end user. So I think that's how it is more holistic. We can't say that that's just one function, it can be a standalone one. No, it has to be absolutely an integration, like a team. It has to perform and achieve the growth purpose of the organization.